Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel, Son of a Gun Gourmet. In this video, I'm going to share with you my recipe for some delicious brioche buns, a great homemade touch for any gourmet burger. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and let's start cooking. We could start by getting all the dry ingredients together in a mixing bowl. Add 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of instant yeast to 500 grams of flour. Use a whisk to evenly incorporate all the ingredients. After all the dry ingredients are mixed together, we're going to set up a stand mixer with a paddle attachment. Add 210 grams of cold diced butter to the mixer. Follow that up with 210 milliliters of 2% milk. Then add 1 whole egg. Next, add in all your dry ingredients. Lastly, add in 50 milliliters of lukewarm water. Start the mixer off on low speed, and then once everything gets incorporated, increase the speed to medium. I let this dough mix for approximately 8 to 10 minutes, checking it first after 6 minutes and then every 2 minutes after that. What I'm looking for out of the dough is that it reaches full gluten development. And what this means is that the dough is worked enough that it bands together and becomes stretchy. I test it by grabbing a piece of the dough and stretching it slowly to the point where it becomes see-through. If it could do this without tearing, I know it's done. And once the dough is properly mixed, I'm going to store it overnight in the fridge in a grease bowl covered with plastic wrap. Before I cover it though, I'm going to tuck all the sides in so it proofs nice and evenly. And when it comes to portioning them the next day, it's really nice to have a reliable scale. I'm portioning mine out to roughly 100 grams each. Once you have them all weighed out, the next part is the trickiest part, but all it takes is a little practice. To form the buns, first I stretch the dough out with the palms of my hands to get a smooth surface on it. Next, I put it onto my work table and tuck the edges into the center while rotating in a circular motion to try to get even pressure. The more evenly you tuck the dough in, the better it will rise. If you're applying uneven pressure while you're forming the buns, they will come out a little lopsided. It's also worth mentioning that you don't want to flour your table while you're doing this. You just want a clean, dry work surface. And when you're laying these out onto a baking tray, make sure to give them plenty of space. Between proofing and baking, they take up a lot more room than it looks like. Once you have all the buns formed, loosely cover them with either plastic wrap or a clear food-grade garbage bag for approximately an hour and a half to 2 hours to proof. Proofing time is largely dependent on climate, so time can change drastically if your kitchen is very humid and warm or very cold and dry. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees while you get your egg wash ready. Mix 1 egg with a 1/4 cup of water for your egg wash. Gently brush all the buns before they go into the oven. This would also be the time that you'd add your finishing touches to the buns, such as sesame seeds or poppy seeds or flaked salt. All great additions, but I like the buttery baked bread taste you get off the buns just by themselves. We're going to bake at 350 degrees for about 18 to 20 minutes, rotating halfway through. If you're baking multiple pans at a time, make sure to switch the racks halfway through as well. When the buns are done, they should be a nice golden brown. Let them cool either on the baking trays or on a wire rack. I know it's tempting, but you want to let them cool down almost completely before you cut into them. Bread is still cooking as it comes out of the oven, and if you cut into it while it's still hot, it'll be raw. But once they're done, it's time to dig in and try them out. And if there's any left after you're done testing them, they make a great burger. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and keep on cooking.